And we are live streaming right here on YouTube. Jay Cash, Shane McCarroll, the auction style fundraising team, and we are just off the heels of our very first ever virtual gala fundraiser. And by all accounts, Shane, it was a huge success. But you know what? We learned as well prepared as we were, there are a whole lot of things we didn't expect to happen during our broadcast Saturday night. How do you feel about it?
Well, I mean, ultimately, a great organization. We've got to work with them for a couple of years now. The numbers keep growing and growing, and no one could plan this. They didn't really know what they were going to do when they ultimately made the decision to go to a virtual gala. Really only had about a couple weeks to plan. 2 weeks to plan. They brought on an amazing production crew. And then we came in to unprecedented times with something we've never done before. There's some folks out there that think they're experts or that call themselves experts in the virtual world. Look, this is new to a lot of folks. We are really good at what we do. We understand the process. And this is an opportunity for us to just kind of dissect what happened that night and learn from it so that we can get better. Because ultimately, that's what we want to do, Jay. We want to provide a service to our nonprofits that allows them to make some money during these times. A lot of these nonprofits only have one or two revenue generators a year, one or two galas maybe. Most of the time the gala is their largest event. So it's important that we know what we're doing. And I think this kind of what we're going to do here is going to be an opportunity for us to kind of break it down like an armchair quarterback and say what we could or couldn't do better in the future.
Absolutely. So already this event had a lot of pre-secured donations coming in, very passionate organization, and the production quality was amazing. Let's pull that up and watch it just for a moment here. It was streamed on YouTube and on their website via the Vimeo platform. And just a great looking production all night long.
With some amazing experience. And of course, we want you to play our Last Hero game. It was so popular last year. And this year, we've got a great Titans ticket prize package on the line for the Last Hero. For those of you interested in the live auction destination packages, we have confirmation that those trips can be booked between now and December 31st of 2021. With that option to take the trip anytime you want to following that opportunity will allow you and your family to take these trips at a time when travel is once again safe for everyone.
And Shane, the flexibility is what we all need. And the trips are definitely well worth it. Trust it.
So that's kind of a quick gist of it right there. So real quick, we don't want to take forever on our live stream here, but what would you recommend to a nonprofit watching this that is thinking about having a virtual gala? What are some quick things they need to know that they're not going to find anywhere else?
Yeah, I think it's important for you to realize that you have a captive audience. I also think it's important for you to realize that it's extremely important to get your message across, but do it in a manner that's not all-encompassing or that doesn't take up too much of people's time. Our goal for that particular gala you were just watching was 1 hour start to finish. We went about 20 minutes over. Anytime you're dealing with technology, that's going to happen. But what I would say is we love our sponsors. We love the mission. We love the message. But let's try to condense that down to where it takes up a little bit less time. Their message is great. They have so many amazing donors that we really didn't want to get in the way of that. But we learned with, if you think it's going to take 10 minutes, expect for it to take 20, Jay.
Donation. Guys,
yeah.
This is what we need to do. We have to keep
we did the auction, a paddle raise, and here's what that looked like here, the paddle raise.
Make a donation if you're on a laptop on the left-hand side. We've got a long way to go to get to our goal. I want you to give it a donation level that's good for you, and $250 is a great level. Last year, we had 26 people give at $250. I can't count them as fast as they're coming in, but I'm telling you, just give us $250. $250 provides financial assistance for one person in a time of crisis. Think about how far $250 can go. It'll mean the difference between keeping electricity on or food on the table. Guys, these are trying times. People are still.
Shane, you just did an amazing job. So timing was one. Talk about technology. We last Saturday night we're using One Cause. What do you recommend on that as far as your mobile bidding partner?
Yeah, there's a couple different options out there. I was very, very satisfied with 80 to 90% of what One Cause did. It's difficult when you don't have that rep in the room. You know, those of us that have traveled the last few years and done it, we've really got some relationships, you know, really narrowed down perfectly with the reps from the 2 or 3 different platforms. When they're not in the room, it's hard. You know, with the social distancing, it's difficult. We had certain limitations. So we were working with her via Zoom. So by the time you identify something that needed to be changed, she was a little bit far away. It had to go through the production folks. So ultimately, I would say if you can have that person on site, if it's safe and in accordance with the CDC guidelines, that's what I would do. As far as which one's better, which platform, you know, I would really like to see a platform come out, and I think it's coming, if it's not already, that takes care of the virtual video streaming as well. Because what I personally don't like is having too many different places to send your donor. You know, if we want them to watch on Facebook, we want them to advertise and share on Facebook. But if we're not taking the bids on Facebook, I don't want the people that are going to be donating lagged, you know, deep in or really focusing on Facebook too much. And I don't want them on a Zoom screen if they're not giving there either. So all encompassing one piece of software would be amazing. Video, audio, bidding platform, all in one. And these things will be great. But if you don't have that, it's okay. We worked through all the kinks, raised over $234,000 for a great organization. And guess what? They're going to be able to continue servicing their patients for another year.
Yeah. The one thing I would tell anybody watching this video, first, poll your donors, the people that love you the most. Do you think they would be interested in participating in a virtual gala? They may just want to donate money and not have to do anything, but we find that it's a great way to feel connected to your audience. So fill them out, see if there's any interest. Second is, we did a massive production Saturday night. There's a lot of events where we're just using iPads, laptops, and the production value is not nearly as robust as what we were using in regards to having teleprompters and things. And you don't have to have all that to raise a lot of money. One thing I would say is this year, exploring the option of a virtual gala, I think there is a tremendous upside in what we can do once we're able to get back and have large gatherings anywhere in the country, is live streaming our gala events, our fundraisers all the time. Anytime we have an event, open it up for more donations. I think there's a huge capacity there. If you'd like to get more information, you can go to our website, auctionstyle.com. That's AUCTION, auction style, STYLE. And the link is down below. But we've got a great kind of a do's and don'ts PDF of getting started with a virtual gala. And we're also exploring just coming out and producing the entire event for you, from video production to the slides to everything that happens. And certainly Shane and I would be honored to work for you. Shane, any last few remarks when it comes to virtual galas?
I mean, ultimately, regardless of what happens through this pandemic era, I believe that virtual galas are going to have a space in the market. You know, a lot of the venues that have been giving up, you know, their time over the last, or on their reservations over the last few months, during this, they're going to get swamped with new requests. Not everybody's going to get to fit in. And if you can't necessarily maybe find a venue that'll hold as many people as you want them to, we can do, you know, something like you said. It's almost a hybrid, Jay. You know, we're looking into the possibility of live streaming these things to where people can be interactively bidding from home, or they can come in a full suit and tie or a nice tuxedo and enjoy the dinner. But what better way to get your nonprofit's mission statement out there to a larger crowd and ultimately get more donors on board, because we want to create a donor experience that lasts forever. This isn't a one-time shot for us. I mean, we want to partner with these nonprofits, and I think this is just another tool in our tool bag. And look, we're learning as we go, but I promise you we're ahead the power curve, and we are ready to go to work. If anybody needs us, like Jay said, get in touch with us. We'd be glad to partner with you.
Yeah, and kind of in closing remarks here, you know, the money that our client saved Saturday night by not having to rent the Omni in downtown Nashville, not having to feed 600 people. You know, you told me they were throwing out numbers. They saved $80,000 in expense of putting on their event, and we still raised just as much. You know, the virtual gala is not going to always be the best option for you, but it's certainly a very, very good option. Thanks for watching this video. We just want to help you not make those mistakes that can happen really, really quickly, even when you think you're most prepared. Thanks for watching, and we hope we can help you soon.